Hey guys, Ron here, where I'm up in Malibu today, up at Point Doom, and I'm at the house of Martin Sheen, famous actor, father of Emilio Estevez, father of Charlie Sheen, Ramon Estevez. So I'm here, and I'll show you in a minute all that they're doing. A lot of construction up here. There's about 3 houses under construction because, you know, when you got money to burn, and there's trucks and all kinds of stuff. But I'm looking at the house now. It says no trespassing. There's cameras. So I'll go close, but not too close, and I'll film the house as much as we can get. I don't want a security guard running after me, but we'll see. All right. Look at all the construction here. So here's the house. I've got several cars lined up there. Wow, looks like he's got a hell of a backyard too. It's not that big a property, but it looks like they got a pretty deep backyard. Let's keep walking here too. There's the gate and a nice hedge to keep people like me out. Martin Sheen, true name Ramon Estevez, changed his name, his professional name, to Martin Sheen. He's been acting steadily since the 60s, and he even did a lot of TV and film. And then he was seen by Francis Ford Coppola when he auditioned for the role of Michael in Godfather 1, obviously. Okay, there's a pretty good view. And because look at the little house next door. The property's not that big, but I don't want to walk right up to the gate, so we're just going to have to look through the slats. So he auditioned for Francis Coppola for Godfather 1, and then Coppola remembered him and cast him in Apocalypse Now, which was almost killed everybody involved in it, especially Francis Coppola and Martin Sheen. If you're interested in Martin Sheen and you're doubly interested in Apocalypse Now, check out anything to do with the making of Apocalypse Now, including a film that was done by Francis Coppola's wife who shot during the making of it. It's supposed to be like an 18-week shoot, and it lasted over a year. And that is called Hearts of Darkness, based on Heart of Darkness, which was the book that Apocalypse Now is based on. Anyway, in it, you'll see the very famous scene. I think this is the most interesting ever. Martin Sheen says that when he was hired for the role of Apocalypse Now, he was only 36, but he knew he was going to be out at that time. He thought for months, which turned into longer, in the jungle in the Philippines, and he didn't know if he had the physical and mental stamina to do it. He was a pretty serious alcoholic, according to him at that time, and there's a scene in Apocalypse Now. Let's start all this construction. There's a scene in Apocalypse Now where Francis Coppola, and they show this live. If you watch Hearts of Darkness, they tell Martin Sheen, I'll wait till these cars go by. They tell Martin Sheen Coppola tells him, go up to the mirror and admire yourself, because that's what all these stories he was getting about the Green Berets. The ex-Green Berets used to go up to the mirror and admire them. So he's in his underwear only. He's admiring himself in the mirror. He decides to do some martial arts, and Sheen accidentally impacted with the mirror, which he was not supposed to do, and it's right there on film. He cuts his hand, he's bleeding on the mirror, and then he just sort of has a meltdown, and he's crying, and they put music over the scene for the final. But Coppola said they didn't know what state Martin Sheen was in. Like, he was sort of having a nervous breakdown right in front of the camera, and they were afraid that he might actually lunge at the camera, but they left it in. It was great. Sheen had his breakdown, and they left it in the film. And Martin Sheen says afterwards, that was he really was losing it at that point. He was at a real spiritually dark place. And he later actually had a heart attack on the set, and they show him being examined by physicians too. So he was out for a while, recuperating. So it was a really life-changing moment, that was. But he did recover. He did become, I believe, a born-again Christian and a human rights activist. He was very concerned for a number of years about his son Charlie, who, as we know, had some very serious problems with substances. I'm going to pause for it. And did a film with his director son. Yeah, his director son Emilio. I was going to say Emilio is doing more directing than acting these days. I actually met Emilio once with his family in Santa Monica many years ago. Nice guy. And I've seen Martin Sheen actually walking down, so you can't see many of these houses except for, it's a very hot day today, even for Malibu. What was I going to say? That you can't see many of these houses. Oh, I said I saw Martin Sheen walking down the Pacific Coast Highway once on the 4th of July, of all things. Just walking down where there's no sidewalk on the Coast Highway. I don't know what he was doing. I do know that the house here, during the fires a few years back, Martin Sheen and his wife Janet had to relocate to one of the beach parking lots. And some of the construction that they're doing down the street here is a reconstruction of homes that were burned. Gosh, I think that was 3 or 4 years ago, but they're still rebuilding. It was a very terrible fire. It really consumed big swaths of Point Dume up here. And by the way, Point Dume, we can't see the end here, but if you were to go to the end there, you'd be overlooking the ocean. So we are overlooking the ocean here. And Emilio lives around here too. So there we go for the Martin Sheen story. Really good actor. I really love his portrayal in Wall Street, where he gets to act with his son Charlie, and their scenes together, including they wrote in a scene about a heart attack for him, and the scene where they're in the elevator. And if you've seen the film Wall Street, it's very interesting knowing that they're a father and son talking about real life, to some degree, real life father and son issues. I'm sure Oliver Stone and his co-writer, Mr. Weiser, took that into account when they were writing the script, and once casting was complete. Must have been interesting. You have Oliver Stone and Charlie Sheen, two party animals, and Martin Sheen, a born-again Christian. So I don't know what the after parties were like on that set. A lot of traffic down here, as you can see, a lot of traffic. So anyway, all right, guys, I think I'll call it there. It's going to take me a while to get across. So let's look at it from behind, huh? A little bit. So Ron here from Point Dume in Malibu, beautiful Malibu, on a hot, hot day. There's the house behind me. Hey guys, if you like the channel, please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you do, hit the little bell icon next to the subscription button and you'll be notified as to when I post. And also, please give the channel likes, folks. I'd appreciate that, because, whoops, sorry about that. Because that's what moves things along. See, look at this. You have to have a mirror as you back out here, because there's so much traffic. Okay, guys. Well, I will then be seeing you at the next location. We'll show the gates to the house one more time. And thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.